Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
The simple heroic act of taking care of someone who needs you.
Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around.
Classic Stephen Sondheim there, but the condition of being a caregiver goes way beyond familiar. It's part of the fabric of American society itself. Each day, millions of men and women rise to greet a daily responsibility for someone they love, but someone whose care can challenge everything about their quality of life. Caregiver is certainly the most common and commonly unrecognized job in America. There are no tax breaks for caregiver work, certainly no pay, and often no breaks in a routine that is a matter of life and death to the person being cared for.
Problems have fallen on somebody in the family, and I don't mean to put it that way, but like the responsibilities have fallen on somebody in the family, and they're going to tend to fall on women, and especially if you've got women who are single parents, then you have an amazing amount of responsibility falling on those people.
Well, I think the whole goal now is to live to be 100 and slide out at home plate. What we want is our independence, and we want is our freedom, and we want our children to treat us with respect. And for those of us who are caught in the middle, I'm a classic sandwich generation kid now. My father just turned 90, my mother's 86, and we had to make some changes.
An alarming sign.
So there's a normal part of that where you can't remember people's names and you can't put things together. But if you start to see a daily pattern where there's this disruption in life, deep down inside, what this study shows is if it starts to bother you, that's when you have the conversation. And I've talked to a lot of people who said, well, I don't want to know. The answer is yes, you do want to know. Because if you can make a difference by early drugs, you want access to those. And even more important, you want to get affairs in order. You want to make sure your legal and your financial and your medical house is in order. I don't believe in putting your head in the sand and saying, oh, well, it's not good for me. Knowing there's a lot of power in that.
All of it very helpful stuff. Nancy, thank you,
bet,
as
Brian.
always.
New world of the science will always outbeat us. It's the conversation ahead of time. Matt, if this happened to you, what would you want? And the necessity to talk about death and dying while you're well. We don't have these conversations.
I just went through this. I lost my dad recently, and we spent a lot of time on this, and I think that's the key point. Understanding the person that's going through, is about to pass, what's their wish.
That's why I'm a big fan of hospice all around the country. Interesting subjects. Welcome back from vacation.
Thank
the brains
you.
got right back into it. I like it.
I've been taking care of my mom for, this year will be 10 years that we've been taking care of her.
And there's no gold watch or badge or employee of the month kind of thing.
No, there's definitely none of that involved. I can't say it's thankless because it's definitely not. But you get on-the-job training. So, wow. You couldn't pay me to do this, though, John. You couldn't pay me to do it because I would do it anyway.
Sure.
It's my mom. On the other side of it, though, I feel like there should be other supports in place to support people who are taking care of their loved one at home.